What's going on, everybody? It's been 2 months since I finished my spear hiking trail through hike. Just gonna kind of show you guys what I carried on this hike, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna rip through this real quick, try and keep the video as short as possible. So anyway, I will start with what I was wearing, which is over here. I was carrying a pair of Cascade Mountain carbon fiber trekking poles. These things are pretty touched now. I've carried them for 2 through hikes, so probably have to upgrade those, but amazing poles, especially for 40 bucks. You really can't go wrong with those. Just a simple bungee stretch belt. On my feet, I had the Hoka Speed Goat 6s. I have mixed feelings about these, as you'll see when you watch the video. Just had some problems, but overall, I mean, no blisters, and my feet were comfortable for 300 plus miles, so I'm good. And then we got Injinji toe sock liners, synthetic, and then just some regular synthetic Costco socks. That's what I was wearing on my feet. The main hiking shirt that I wore every day was this just, I don't know, a state park shirt from Lake Vermilion. It's like a synthetic sun SPF shirt, so that's pretty much what I wore every day. And then I had a buff around the head or the neck or wherever I needed to catch sweat. Just a merino wool buff, some simple synthetic Hanes underwear, and then some Eddie Bauer hiking pants. They're zip offs. Never zip them off. Wore these pair of pants for 18 days straight. Never washed them. Or no, I take that back. I washed them one time, but they were good. No problems with these. Had these ever since I started hiking, so 5 years in these pants. And then I also had the fanny pack in here. In this smaller pocket, I carried just my phone, which I'm recording the video on right now with. It's a iPhone 13. And then also I carried a Pedco Ultra Pod, just a small tripod with a strap. When you watch the video, you'll see it in there. That's what I'm is holding the phone. And then in the main pocket, I carried my personal protection. It was a Kel-Tec PMR 30. This is a great handgun for hiking. It weighs about a pound, loaded, 30 rounds of 22 Magnum. You really can't go wrong with this thing. I mean, mine has been reliable for me with the ammo I use in it. It's got really good sights, a really good trigger. It's a great handgun, especially for backpacking and when you're trying to keep it light. You get to keep a full-size handgun. You don't have to carry some little mouse gun to have a lightweight gun. So that's a really great backpacking gun. Anyway, move on to the pack. I'm probably just going to go outside in, easiest way possible. Starting up here in these weird top pockets that this will actually, we'll talk about the pack itself first. This is the Outdoor Vitals Shadow Light 45. It's like a Robic nylon fabric, so it's not Dyneema, but it is very lightweight. The whole pack with nothing in it weighs about 2 pounds. It's got tons of pockets. It is like 55 liters if you count all the pockets. It's got the sit pad that comes out from the padding on the back, so that's nice. And hip belt pockets. So yeah, great pack. All the gear that you're going to see in this video, I've walked at least 600 miles with, basically. So if you guys see something in here that you want me to go more in depth on, just put a comment or something, and I can make like a short or something talking about it, because I have had quite a bit of experience with all this stuff now. So if you're interested or you want to see that, I know there's a million videos talking about gear on YouTube, but if you want to see me do it, just let me know. All right, we'll do this pocket first. This is my my SHT bag. I just got a Deuce of Spades trowel in there and some wet wipes and TP. Nothing fancy. Other top pocket. This is like a little cleanup bag in here. I got a pack towel nano, just a little lightweight pack towel, some Coleman camp sheets, hand sanitizer, and then a SPF Sun Bum lipstick. That's the only sunscreen I brought with, and I never even used it. That's one of the few items that I didn't use the entire time. So anyway, that's all that was in this little pack. Not much in there. We'll go into the stretch mesh pockets. On this side, I got the footprint to my tent. It's just a sheet of Tyvek. I have my water filtration. Got a 2-liter Knock Vecto bag, and then the Platypus Quick Draw. These things are amazing. This is hands down the best water filter on the market, at least for a squeeze filter. cap it up, throw it in your bag when it's going to freeze. To back flush it, all you need to do is just put a normal open water bottle on that and squeeze the bottle, and it flushes it perfect. So really good filter, way faster than a regular sort squeeze. All right, got my tent stakes, a little grubby, probably won't be able to see the bag, but I got 2 big regular size MSR groundhogs. I have let's see, what is it, 5 mini groundhogs, and then a shepherd, titanium shepherd's hook. I got 8 stakes total. I usually only use 7, 6 on the main tent, and then 1 with an extra trekking pole to pull out my side to give me more headroom. And then I got a Hilltop Packs rock bag or bear hang bag, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing fancy. It's just a Dyneema bag with a small carabiner and some slick rope to help you pull it over the tree a little easier. These things are really helpful. If you don't have to get some fancy Dyneema bag like this. I just happened to, because I was already buying a food bag, so I just threw it in there. But if you just grab like a small like steak sack or any small bag, bring it with you with some rope in it, that'll do you just fine. It makes it way easier than trying to toss a big rock over or whatnot. So anyway, then on this side, pretty much just have rain gear. I go with the old tried and true, the only way to go, pretty much, in my opinion. There's a couple other things on the market, but for value and weight, this is unmatched. Frog Tog ultralight rain gear, jacket, and pants. Like 12 ounces for the pair, $20. So you really can't beat that. I'm not spending $300 on a rain jacket that's going to wet out. And then I also bring some nitrile black gloves to throw on my hands if I didn't use them on this trip, because it only rained a little bit. But if it was cold and I had my fleece gloves on, I could have put those over the top to keep my hands dry and whatnot. So anyway, that's all those pockets. I had another. I got 1 liter oofta. Yeah, so I haven't cleaned my gear really since I got back, as you can see by the gross late whatever river waters in here. But I had 2 smart water bottles, 1 liter each. One had the sports cap and the other was just a regular cap, but I don't know what happened to the other one, and that one's going to get tossed now because it's full of gross water anyway. But so yeah, I had 2 liters of water bottle capacity and then 2 liters of bladder capacity. I had my Garmin InReach Mini 2. This thing was amazing. Came in very clutch when I was trying to coordinate the pickup with my fiance, so can't get right at that. And then this little bag is my microphone bag. I'm wearing one right now, obviously, and there's an adapter in the phone, and then there's another microphone in here. It's like an ounce for the 2 microphones, so it was really nice for making videos by waterfalls. And unfortunately, it didn't work out so well on my proposal video, but that's another story. The knife that I had for the latter half of the trip was this Opinel that my dad actually gave me. I started the trip with just a little Leatherman Skeletool knife, like a 1 ounce knife. This one's also like a 1 ounce knife, but my dad gave it to me, so I swapped for that one. I keep a lighter in that pouch as well. There's nothing on this side. I kept snacks on the other side of my hip belt. So, all right, that's the outside of the pack. Dive in. All right, first thing, top of the bag, my ditty bag. So yeah, in the ditty bag, we'll just rip through it real quick. There's not a ton in here. Tried to keep it fairly lightweight. So we got my electronics bag in here. I have 2 10,000 milliamp battery banks. They're Veek Tomec, something like that, Chinesian brand, but they're only a ½ ounce heavier than the Nightcore battery bank, and they only cost, one of them I got for $12 and the other one I paid $20 for. So that's the way I went. And then I have a Lightning micro USB and a Type-C cords in here, short guys, and got the Nightcore MB25, I think it is, headlamp, most popular. Can't go wrong with that headlamp either. And then I got an Anchor little flip charge block, just a simple little charge block. That's my electronics. This is empty now, but this was my little trail wallet, just money and cards and ID and all that good stuff. Got my paper maps. These were backups in case my phone took a dump on me or any reason I needed paper for, but I only have a couple of them in here because I also sent some of them with my dad. But paper maps. They're the SHT pocket maps. They don't make those anymore. I had to go to a bunch of state parks on the North Shore to be able to get all those. So med kit, I'm not going through this whole thing, but we got, scissors, leukotape, duct tape, neosporin, safety pin, a bunch of pills and meds for different things, some dental floss if I needed to sew, and then some aqua tabs in case my filter went out too. So yeah, and band-aids, but you pretty much make my own band-aids when I'm on trail. I kept all my extra nicotine pouches in here. I resupplied those to myself, so yeah, those in there, and I'd also keep those in the hip belt pocket if I needed to. Got my pad strap for my quilt. I never ended up using it, never really got cold enough to use it. Freezing was about the coldest I saw on the trip. I keep an extra sports cap in case I lose a water bottle cap, which I actually ended up using that on my hike. Toothbrush and what once was toothpaste tabs, it got turned into powder. If you're going to use toothpaste tabs, which I highly recommend you do because they're really convenient for backpacking, keep them in something hard-sided because they turn to powder immediately on me. I got an extra compass, just a backup. It's got a whistle on there too. This was to use with my paper maps if something went wrong, but luckily didn't have to use that. We got some CBD cream, which I only used I think like one time, or maybe I didn't even use it. I don't remember. But I had it with just in case because that stuff can help your joints if you need it. A couple earplugs, again, didn't use them. Those were just in case I was in camp with a snorer or whatnot, but when I'm by myself, I like to have my ears open. And then this was the thing I carried the ring in for my fiance when I proposed to her at the end of the hike. Anyway, yeah, that's all for the ditty. So then we got my tent. It is the Six Moons Designs Lunar Solo. I love this tent. It's perfect for me. It's lightweight, like 25, 26 ounces, something like that. Really nice tent. Sets up fast. It's been weather resistant for me. I did have to seam seal it myself. But anyway, next item, Gossamer Gear thin light pad, 1/8 inch foam pad. The first time I used this, as you can see, there's duct tape. I was very disappointed because I wanted this to be a quick access little sit pad throughout the day, and I kept it on the outside of my pack. Obviously, that is a mistake. If you're going to use one of these, they have to go inside or they will get destroyed hiking on any trail that has any amount of brush at all. It's not even that bad where I was, and it was getting ripped. So anyway, yep, Gossamer Gear pad. These are really nice, especially if it's like a fail safe. If something were to happen to your inflatable pad, you do have that. So there's that. Next up is the food bag. Pretty much empty right now, obviously, because I ate all my food. But it's a Hilltop Packs large food bag. In there right now is my Tokes Titanium Spork. And then I got empty bags and my seasoning, which was just coffee, creamer, and a little Lowry's. But we'll go through the cook kit real quick. It's a Toke 750 milliliter. It's got the handle on it, so you can put it in the fire. As you can see, I did a few times on my hike. It's really nice if you need to save fuel. Got the lid. Got a sponge, cut down sponge. We got mini Bic, BRS 3000. And then just a rag that I ended up melting, grabbing the pot, which is just a Wise Owl rag, and then my fuel canister. But the whole cook kit all fits in there. It's real compact, doesn't make any noise. I love that cook system. That's like the only thing in my backpacking to get set up that I haven't changed since I started. All right, and then we'll go into the next. I got a bag liner in here. It's just a garbage bag, nothing fancy. All right, we got some extra clothes here. So this is my beanie and my gloves. My dad actually brought this to me about halfway through, so I didn't start with this stuff. But it was nice. I really was happy to have it once I got it. I probably should have just started with it. It's not that heavy. Anyway, going up next, we got extra hiking socks, extra liners. So I had 2 pairs of liners, 2 pairs of socks for hiking in. And then we got my first insulating layer. This is just a North Face fleece. Weighs like 7.5 ounces or something. It's pretty good lightweight fleece. I'm happy with that. What else we got? We got my other hiking shirt. Just Patagonia synthetic t-shirt. Pretty lightweight again. It was nice to be able to swap into a t-shirt on hotter days where it wasn't so sunny and whatnot. And then another pair of those Hanes underwear that I hiked in. And then we got my main insulating layer. This is the if I can get it open. This is the Decathlon Trek 100 or MT 100 hooded jacket, whatever you want to call it. It's the budget way to go if you want a down jacket. I think I picked this up on clearance or on sale for like 50 or 60 bucks. So 800 fill power down jacket. I had before this an Eddie Bauer down jacket that weighed about a half pound more, and it was a significantly colder jacket, and it also didn't have a hood. So this is a really good jacket. I have no complaints at all. I mean, it handled moisture well on some moisty days, and I wasn't cold wearing it, so I really can't complain about that either. That was a great pickup. I love that jacket. And then my sleep system, getting started on that. We got the Sea to Summit Etherlight XT insulated pad. This pad is so comfortable. It really is. When I slept on just the Gossamer gear on my hike one night, just a cowboy camp, and then switched back to this the next day, it was like I was sleeping on a cloud. I also have a Outdoor Vitals pillow in here. Can't seem to find it. It's rolled up in there somewhere, but I have the inflatable pillow, inflatable pad. Super good pad. I love that thing. It's so comfortable, and it's fairly warm too, so good down to at least freezing, probably a little below that with the Gossamer gear. All right, last thing in here. I mean, here's my garbage bag liner. Nothing going on there. Empty pack. Voila. Then this is the final thing in another dry bag. This is my main insulating sleep layer here. Ooh, come on, baby. Yeah, I also carried one more pair of just the Costco synthetic socks. They were dedicated sleep socks. And also if something happened and we got wet feet, I had at least a pair of dry socks to fall back on. But yeah, dry bag. This is the Enlightened Equipment Enigma. It's a 20-degree long wide, 20D on the outside, and then 10D green on the inside. This is a really nice quilt. It really is. It's so soft and warm, and it's so lofty. Like, this is as lofty as my 0 degrees down sleeping bag that I own, but this thing is super warm, and I got no drafts. Another thing in here that I brought was this silk bag liner from Decathlon. The main purpose of bringing this is so that when I use down bags, I can sleep in this, and then when I get home, just throw this in the washing machine versus having to down wash this and spend an entire day washing this, just to prolong the life of my expensive quilt. But this thing weighs like 4 ounces, so it's not like a usual sleeping bag liner is pretty hefty and heavy, but this doesn't add much warmth. It does maybe help with drafts a little bit, but anyway, that's what I brought with me. I never weighed my base weight or nothing like that. I weighed my pack right when I was leaving with 2 liters of water, an 8-day food carry, and all my stuff except for the hat and gloves. And I think I was at 30.1. It was like right, just barely over 30 pounds. So I don't know, probably like a 15-pound base weight was what I hiked with. So anyway, yeah, that's everything I brought. So anyway, yeah, so hang around. I'll be putting out the full hike vlog within the next couple days. So thanks for checking it out. Peace, guys.